course that I'm working on at the moment, and I've been spending a lot of time in that section here, and I'd love to draw it for you in the convert line. So you can see the convert line. I'm doing the first box called branding. So what we talk about now is that you make a lot of effort out there, guys, to actually go out and find clients, to see your ads, to see your leaflets, to go and make you aware that you exist. And it takes a bit of skill to do that. People in my course would have mastered that by now, or they're in the middle of mastering how to get as much attention as possible. And at the moment, after that, what happens? What happens to this intangible journey from somebody who has seen you before they become a client? Because as a salon owner, we think that they just see our advert and they've been sitting there on the sofa thinking, oh, will a leaflet come through the door today of that great hairdresser? I need to find that great hairdresser or beautician. It's not going to be like that. They don't see your ad and happen straight away. They're sneaky, these clients these days. They're a bit savvy, hey? So they're going to Google you. They're going to go, hey, is there a nice hairdresser in the area? See, only 4 ways they can actually find out you exist. A, your advert or your post or your leaflet or your message is going to go to them. You took it to them, right? So they know you're aware. 2, they just drove past your salon or walked by and they're going, oh, there's a hair or beauty salon there, looks quite nice. 3, people are talking about you because you're good, you know, friends. They go, oh, this person's pretty good. Go and see that person there. Or they jump on Google and they search best salon, best spa, best hairdresser, best beautician. That's it, guys. So what happens after that? That's what we're working on today when I dive in and do some work later on with my clients, is what happens after that. What do you put on your website to take them to the next level? What do you put on your website when they're not ready to buy now, but you want to speak to them later? What do you put actually on your Facebook page to get rid of certain clients who you know aren't your clients? You're not meant to serve them. That's what we're diving about today, guys. So what I want you to think about is think the next stage when a client now suddenly knows you exist. Because you call their attention with whatever post you put out, they thought, oh, that person's really quite good, or oh, I like that person. And then you've got to prove that you can walk the walk, which means that when they check you out, they want to see the same subject, the same matter, marries really well with what you put out the first time. If you put before and afters out of something that's really classical and beautiful, and they jump on your page and it's screaming, you know, like teenagers, they're going to know you're not really saying what you said you say. It's that journey that you take them. You hold in their hand imaginarily out on the street, bringing them in slowly, directing them to come to your salon. That's what we're working on today. So I want you to pay some attention to that step. Dive on your website and go, right, who is going to come to my website? I'll tell you who's going to come. 3 people. 1, I want to buy now. Make it easy for me, guys. I want to buy something now. I really do. I want to buy it, and I want to buy it today. Can you please possibly make that easy for me? I'm just going to jump in here, and I'm going to just say we're working on that branding section. I'm going to stop sharing so I need to see you guys. There you go. Cool. Yeah, for sure. Hey, Chris, you noticed I had a haircut, which is pretty good. Good evening, Leslie. How are you? You can see the screen. That's really good. Yes, this is going to be gold. It is really going to be gold. So next stage after this we're talking about is 3 people come to your website. I got sidetracked. I'm really sorry. So number 1, I want to buy now. Make it easy. How am I going to connect with you? Am I timid? Am I shy? I want to email you, message you. You know, do I want to book online? Make it easy for me, please. Oh, I want to call you. Where's the call now? Do I have to scroll through 3 pages to get to your button? Why isn't it at the front? Call me now. Okay, next person who comes along, okay, they're not quite ready. Remember we talked about the 67%, the ones that they're not ready to buy today, but they're just checking you out, waiting for the hairdresser to mess up. They're a bit annoying, but they're going to give the hairdresser one more shot. You know what it's like, guys. How are you going to talk to them? Do you know there's ways you can do that? Do you know you can put a hidden code on your website and then you can redirect it and you can chase them all around Facebook? Did you know you can do that? Of course you can. It's easy. Did you know you can collect their email and talk to them every month? It's easy. We'll show my people how to do it later on today. But it's easy to do that, guys. It really is. It means that once they've come to your website, they're not quite ready. You get to pop up in their newsfeed. You're in their inbox and going, hey, come to me. I'm brilliant. I know, they're not quite ready. And then the third person comes to you. They're cold. They're just giving a right sticky beak at you. They're not even really interested in you. But you know what? You need to win them over. You've got 3 people that are going to come to your website in 3 different states of mind. One's ready to buy, one's thinking, just making sure you're going to, you're the real deal. And the third one's just having a sticky beak. But really, why are they having a sticky beak? they're semi-interested, just a little bit. You need to be able to capture these people and talk to them, and there are ways to do that. You need to learn this, guys. You need to learn that you've done all that effort. Think about it. You do something once, you work hard once, and you get multiple rewards from it. You use that same one advert to get attention to your website and then retarget them 3 or 4 different ways. It's gold. It really is gold. You're so right, Melissa. Okay, cool. Next step, I want to show you this here if I can, guys. I want to share this screen with you. This is important. So we're now talking about attracting new clients. The next step, what do we do? Okay, jumping on board here. I want you to check this out for me, guys. I really do. Okay, can you see this? This is a fact, right? It's 6 or 7 times more expensive for you to go and spend money to try and get a new customer in the door, win them over. I think the retention rate on a really, really good salon is 50%. So you need 2 clients to find one. How much does it cost you out there to actually get 2 people interested to come into your salon? It's a lot. You know, if you send out 1,000 leaflets out into the world, you're looking to get 1 person in. It's crazy. So you think about the cost for 1 client to come in. You need 2 just if you're a good salon. If you're not good, you need 4 clients just to keep 1 coming in the salon. That's just the average, you know. If you're half decent, you need 4 brand new clients and you're going to keep 1. You'll lose the rest. How much does it cost you to get 4 in? So what I applaud you guys is, hey Cindy, how are you? What I applaud is when you look at this, when you look at the fact it costs you so much money to get a new client, when you really look after the ones you've got, and I know that's easy, isn't it? Hey, it really is easy when you think about it. Let me unshare a second. Cool. It's really, really quite easy to do that, isn't it? It's really easy for you to go and get a new client and look after your old clients and everything's going to be happy. It doesn't work like that in the real world because you can't be there. If you've got a real salon, to be really honest, your staff are doing the work, you're going off for a cup of tea, you're going home, you're not there every single day, systems maybe break down. You've got to realize that every client that you've got is valuable to you. So the one thing that I learned a long, long time ago is you have to get a client complaint strategy. I'll show you how easy it is on here. Easy as that. Go and buy yourself a book and call it client complaint book. Simple as that. And every single person in your salon needs to be trained that if someone complains or doesn't like their hair, they just fill out why. There's a template that's inside this book and you just go, fill it out, client's not happy. I guarantee you, some of my best clients that have been with me for 10 years have complained. They've complained about the color, they've complained about it being gray, they've complained about all of it was what color on a handbag, and I had to go and buy a new handbag. Think about that, a few $100s. I did it without blinking. I'll tell you why. Because you really judge a business the second. Let me just take you away. You actually judge a business on how they deal with your complaints. If you went to a restaurant and you said to them that the meal wasn't good enough and at the end they gave it you for free, you'd be blown over. It wasn't that bad, but they went above and beyond. It's the same as you. As salon owners, I don't know if it's because we're technical people or the way we work, I like to point the blame. So if a client comes in and says, I don't like my foils, we either blame the stylist or we blame the client. We go, oh, you changed your mind. You wanted them fine. Or you wanted them yellow. You said you wanted them yellow. No. I said I want some honey. Well, honey is yellow. And you have this big row. The client has gone. You've lost her forever. You see, a client and you are 2 different people and live in 2 different worlds. And we are going to mess up. We cock up all the time. It's just what we do. But stand firm and go, this client, if she went out that day and said, I had a complaint with Richard. I came in and I asked for foils, and yes, there's a misunderstanding on yellow. I asked for honey, and I know honey is yellow, but I thought he meant honey, which is a different colour yellow, isn't it? And anyway, I came back and complained, and he just fixed it for me. What's she going to be saying about you for the rest of the day? Good stuff, hey. What does it cost you $300 in your time? So what? It's $300 a bit of time. How much does it cost you to get that brand new client in? And every people she met that day. It's gold. You've got to get a strategy in place. For me, all my staff were trained that if they, the staff, did some work and if they didn't like it, they never charged. And everyone's going, oh no, you'll get abused. I very rarely got abused because of this book. Because you call it a client complaint book. And when they write their name in, you get them to sign it and you stop the prospective people, the ones who just actually complain all the time. It just happens that way. Thanks, guys. Glad you're liking it. But yeah, it's true. It's the way it goes through. The power that I gave my first year apprentice, the power I gave my second year apprentice and my seniors was you have the authority without even asking me to give something away for free. And I'm going to tell you something really wild. I don't know about you guys, But some of you managers out there, and I know a few, and some of you salon owners, picture this. I think this is the worst thing in the world. Now just picture this. You're doing someone's hair. This is me. I'm sitting on a stool. I'm cutting away. I'm in my zone, right? I'm getting this lovely bob going on. And a lady walks in. I think, oh, she came in yesterday. She's going to complain. A staff member, usually a first year, goes up to her and goes, oh, can I help you? Yeah, I have a colour done, don't like it. Oh, don't know what to do. I know, I'll call the stylist that did it. Now the stylist has been called off another client and there's two people at the till, like a big powwow going on. And the stylist is going, oh, yes, oh, let me get the manager, Richard. Now there's three of us at the till talking about this lady's complaint. I've got two hairdressers, two clients, that are sitting there thinking, come on, I'm in a rush, I've got to get out. What are you doing? And everybody in the salon is stopped and looking at us. You're on stage, guys. That's the real world. That's what happens in the real world out there. Now, what happens if I gave my first year and go, anyone that comes in, you have the authority to give the money back and we deal with it at the end of the day. You have the authority. I deal with the client. They just fill the booking. Simple as that. I then have a contact number I can phone and say, why didn't you like it? Not a problem. Would you like me to fix it and have the money back? It's pretty easy. Give your staff the power. Another thing, I'll give you an example. People go, this is crazy. If I have a lady, I've done her for, I'll tell you, this is a true story. I won't even guess this one. True story. I did this lady. She has blonde foils for 9 years. She's a really middle-aged lady, looking really classy. Came in one day, I want to go brown. It's not going to suit you. No. I had this bit of a tutu. Okay, do you know what? I'm going to dye you brown. I dyed her brown, went home. Everyone hated it. She phoned the next day and said, I hate it. Can I go back to blonde? Of course you can. I did it free of charge. Free of charge, man. Most people would charge that lady because she's changed her mind. Why would I do that? I'm a professional. I should have stuck my ground and I should have said quite easily, I'm not prepared to do it. You're going to hate it. But besides, that client became that real client for a long time and sent all her friends in because that's what we do. We're building rapport. We're building a big community here, guys. So empower your team to do things without you. Like, it's as simple as that. If my stylist did foils, I'm laughing to myself. I'm sorry. I remember this when I used to work. Okay, sorry, let me go back a sec. Let me go back. I want to go back for a second. Oh no, you get the client to fill it in on the desk. Just get to fill it in. Give your money back and fill it in. You've got to fill it in. And by the way, guys, just so you know, I don't want to lose track, Tracy. I want to come back to you. If you give something in your till and you press 0, so you give someone their money back, or I'm not charging you, saying you press 0. If you ever get investigated by the tax man, you've got to prove that that was a 0, not you putting the cash in your pocket. Think about it. This backs it up for the tax man as well. Win-win. But anyway, but back to it. Do you remember when you was an apprentice? I don't know whether it was just me, when I was sort of, coming there, I was on the floor and I was a bit ahead of my time, so I was an apprentice and I was doing work. And I'd do some foils on someone and they would complain that they couldn't see them. And you took them outside with a mirror like this. Oh, look, there's 1, there's 2, there's 3. It's just the lights in here where you can't see them. Come on, guys. I remember doing that. Do you remember doing that? How hideous is that? I can't see my foils. Okay, let's take you out. Get all the spotlights on. There they are. Oh, yeah. If you walk around with spotlights coming out of your shoulders, you're going to see them. Think about it, guys. So, back to the story. So, my staff have the authority. If they do foils and my staff don't like it, but the client does, my staff still don't charge because they don't like it. It didn't come out like we wanted to. Go away. If you want to come back and make them how I want them, we'll charge you on that stage. Think about it. This is a client strategy, guys. This is how you get clients. You spend all that effort getting clients in the door, and it's your job to look after them. Empower your team. The amount of people I meet as salon owners and managers that have this not turning clients away, never give money is my policy, never to give money, and they're the worst. Oh, they're the worst. They come back to get the foils fixed, and you charge them for the blow dry. Who does that? You're the guy that wet their hair again. It just drives me absolutely insane. So, yeah, Cindy, you've got to do this, guys. This is really, really important. I'm sorry, I'm ranting on a bit, but do you know the client strategy? You guys sometimes don't have that, but the book saved my life. I've been using this for like 15 years. Really important. A, it just stops you getting investigated from the tax man, seriously. But 2, it stops the people that just want to complain, because they don't want to go in the complaint book. Trust me, you pull this out and say, hey, not a problem, but you just got to sign the complaint book for tax reasons. Just make sure. They go, ooh, it's not really a complaint. That's what they oh, it's not really a complaint. Just don't like my foils. Do you know what? It is a complaint, but that's okay. And then we use this as a training method for our team. We go, hey, this lady had this scenario. Well, where did it break down, guys? Did it break down on the consultation? Did it break down on the execution? Because sometimes, I don't know what you guys are like where you are, but sometimes foils slip. Don't know why. Sometimes you just put the foils in, you foil away, and someone hasn't mixed the bleacher properly, and it's slippy. And you end up with a few lines, you know. My policy in my salon, any lines, any bleeds, it's free. No arguing, guys. It's free of charge. We messed up. There's things that happen. I mean, I don't know if you guys have ever happened now with all the shampoos out there and you put some bleach on and the packets blow back this big and they're burning your fingers. It's not the client's fault, but we try and hide it at the base. And you know what? I think honesty is the best policy. You just put a free of charge, book in there, say, don't know what happened, blame Weller, Loyal, whoever you're going to be. Blame somebody else, but not you at that stage. But indirectly, you've got to stand up. You're the man here. So think about it. What situation do you want in your salon? Do you want your first year or your receptionist to deal with a complaint when he walks in? Because let's be honest, guys, and the worst thing, some people take them outside. Oh, yeah, can you take them outside for a chat? Why do they do that? They've come in to complain and you go, can I take them outside for a chat? If a client complains, it's a good thing. And while I'm here, just started this conversation, I've got on a right rant. I'm sorry. Yesterday I saw, and I was going to take a picture of it. I might still do that in the Secret Salon Society. If you want to dive into that group, it was in there. There was a girl in there that had a 1-star complaint on her review. So she's cut it off. And she says, I'm not having it anymore. And I know other people that take this off. And she said that her phone calls dropped down by like 45. Like she used to have 90 new clients a month, and now she only gets 45. When she reactivated her reviews, even though she had a couple of bad ones on there, it went through the roof. Like, I'm amazed. Like, really, I'm amazed. The difference is, I don't know about you, when I choose a restaurant or if I choose something, I don't want to see 55 5 stars because I know it's fake. I know if they've got their friends to do it or their nan to do it or their mum to do it. I want to see real world. And I look at the complaints and think, why did complain? I remember in Cairns, I went to this restaurant and it said the food was delicious, but the service was poor. I'm thinking, I'm going to that. And the food was A1. And the service was pretty good as well. We actually spoke to the lady about it. And she said that she knew who gave us a star. She had a couple of kids running around going bonkers. And she said, I asked them to be quiet. And I'm thinking, I came because of that. So I actually went somewhere because of a bad review. So guys, think about this. If they complain to you, that's a really, really good thing. Because if they don't, they're talking to other people. They're telling other people about you. This gives you the chance to tell your story to the world. So turn your reviews on, guys, even if they're bad, because it gives you a chance to stand up and answer. But you won't get that many bad reviews if you deal with it properly with the complaints book. Empower your team. If you don't know how to do it, come on, guys, you should know by now. You have a team meeting, you sit there and you say, right, this is how I want complaints dealt with in the salon. I don't want a powwow with 55 people at the till saying all those 5 highlights in there. Or no, actually make up the reason it didn't cover the grey. I mean, do we actually suddenly turn stupid after a while when a client complains? But then we're like a bit thick. That's what it seems like. Hey, oh, no, it didn't cover. Are you on tablets, Mrs. Smith? Of course she's on tablets. She's 85. Just rattling like she's on tablets when she walks through the door. She's taking Smarties just to stay alive. And you go to her, oh, are you taking tablets, Mrs. Smith? That's probably why your grade didn't cover. Come on, guys, do your job properly. It's a complaint. Deal with it as a complaint. Win the client over. Take the hit. It's going to be $200 at the most. Hey, take the hit, move on, and win the client over. Wow, I cannot believe that started off with a very small, what happens next with a client to a client complaint to a big fat rant. Hey, guys, I tell you what I'd love. I'd love to hear your story of a complaint. Don't tell me how you dealt with it because it might be completely against what I want, but I'd love to know what you say clients complain about. I mean, let's go. Some of them are really quite petty, hey. Some of them I remember cutting fringes in and they go wonky. It's just amazing. I did a lady, I'm going to confess all. I did a lady once to her, she did it on Channel 9 News, really bad. And she was going live the next day. And I was cutting her fringe and I went straight into the head and put a scab in their head. Oh, maybe laugh when I saw on the TV. But anyway, the thing is that, you just don't charge her. You just go, accidents happen, don't charge her. And she insisted on paying, I insisted on not paying, and we all come to a happy agreement she didn't pay. But you know what? She became a client for a long time. It's just a bit of money, guys. Think about the money that goes in your till, and we whinge about one haircut. There's some bad salon owners out there who don't get this. That what they get is the fact is that they cannot give it away. They have a policy where you've got to speak to the manager. You want to phone up, have a massive argument with people. It doesn't happen. It really doesn't. So there you go. There's, I remember there's a company I dealt with. I wasn't going to say it. A company I dealt with once, and I got a product from her. And she phoned up my client, because my client complained about this product, and I told her about this product, and she actually phoned the client up to say the client was wrong. And I'm just thinking, you just lost me and that client forever, and they did. think about it. It's really funny when you take a step back from this angle. But salon owners out there don't have a policy when people complain, and it should be one of the paramount things, because you spend a lot of money to get clients in the door, a lot of money. And the problem is when you get them in here, you get a little bit complacent after a while, and we get a bit defensive. We are creative people, so we get a bit defensive with it. But when the truth comes to it, guys, the client is always king, and that's it. The client pays your wages, the clients pay your mortgage, the clients pay your bills. And when it comes down to it with our clients, you've got nothing, because you have to eventually form. And this very simple thing, very, very simple to set up, will save you a lot of time and bother with if you ever get investigated from the tax man, you've got this to back up. Well, he goes, hey, you've got 5 things here that you did for free. Yeah, here you go. Here's the lady's phone number. She signed it. The staff have signed it. Because also, by the way, guys, when you have this and you're away on holiday, the staff can't do their friends and go, oh, yeah, she was a freebie. Because you look in the complaints book, don't you? And you see it in there. You know, it's real. Real phone numbers, real addresses, real names, both been signed. You know, it's easy, guys. And then you can forget about it. I don't think about complaints. When someone comes in now in my salon, and they came in, and my junior's dealt with it, and I know they're giving money away, and there's a complaint going on. Do you know what? I actually switch off. I give the love to my client. I give her a beautiful blow dry. I carry on with the haircut. I know it's being dealt with really well. I don't need to get involved. My first year is dealing with ease. She's smiling. She's got a policy. There's no complaints, no matter what it is. Oh, she comes in. My husband doesn't like it. I don't care. Here's your money back. I don't want my money back. I just wanted to see if I can get book it again for free and have your money back. Richard has this policy. It's easy. You win so many people over, guys. Hey, it's Friday. It's a busy day for you guys. It's a busy day for me. I want you to dive in there. And if you can, if you watch this, guys, pop down there what you've got clients' complaints, because you know we've all had them. I've just showed you mine, and yeah, I bet my soul for you guys. I expect you to do really well. And you know what? Have a cracking day. Catch you later, guys. I am out of here. It's been awesome. And sorry again for my rant.